Hello, everybody. My name is Gregory Santiago, and I'm the host of Your Medicare and You, by choice, the senior podcast. And like always, we bring great information relevant to your Medicare needs. And also, we're going to have some surprises from other topics. But in this particular day, we're going to talk about SEP and Special Enrollment Period. So what I did, I found somebody that I really appreciated, that I know that he's heart in the right place for this industry. And I invited him to share with me a little bit about Special Enrollment Period. His name is Bret. His last name is Goudea.
Well, good enough. It's pronounced Goodo, but you did a great
Goudea.
job. Great job.
He's the good old Bret.
Let me tell you how you remember that name. I moved here from Louisiana 20 years ago, but I used to tell people he's a good old guy back in Louisiana. But when I got to Texas, I figured, well, good old boy. He's a good old boy. So
Good old boy.
That's how I remember it. Goodo.
Goodo. And he's going to be sharing. He's one of the stars of one of the agencies that when I was working in the industry, I used to service. I represent one of the carriers. And I think his heart with the information he's going to share is going to be beneficial for you, because most people don't know what it's special election, when they can enroll, change, and all that. But before we go into the topic, Bret, who are you?
Oh, I'm a born-again Christian. I'm from South Louisiana, Lafayette in particular. I came here 20 years ago. I got transferred by the company I worked for. I was in the marine transportation business, the offshore sector, for 41 years. Mm. And in 2000, I moved here up until that point. And then August of last year, that my career there came to an end after 41 years. Prior to that, I had a very good friend back in South Louisiana that was selling and marketing Medicare for seniors. And he and I had numerous conversations, and he encouraged me to enter this line of work. He knew that I had a servant's heart, that I cared for people and to try to help people. I learned that from the service side of the oil field, and it carried on into this. I believe that God created such a time as this for me. Mm-hmm. So after I left the oil field last August, I joined this field, and I'm still considered I'm still a newbie, but I love learning things every day, and I love meeting people, and I love seeing their face light up when I help them. That gives me great pleasure.
Beautiful. What is your slogan?
Medicare made simple.
Simple. So that's what we're trying to do here, is to make it simple, to get an idea. We're not trying to make you a Medicare agent. But you know what? When you have questions, now you know Bret, you can go and get in touch right here in this directory, MedicareTrustedAdvisor.com. Type in his name, it will pop up, and you can ask him a question.
And if we don't have the answer, we know how to get it.
Exactly. And I don't think you're going to bother if somebody contacts you, right?
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. I answer the phone 24/7.
Well, I don't, but it's okay.
Well, don't call me at 3 a.m, but, hey, I will answer.
Yes. Well, Special Election Period. People don't know how important that is.
Special Election Period is very important. Aside from the normal periods, like the annual enrollment period or the initial enrollment period when you're first joining or signing up for Medicare, Special Election Period is a specific things. A couple of things that come into play in special election is, well, if say you were employed and you were retiring, and your group coverage that we all do live under while we're working is expiring, that creates a special election period for you to enter into Medicare, original Medicare, and Medicare Advantage if you choose to go that route.
So the initial enrollment period is when you turn
65.
65, the beautiful.
So aptly referred to as T65.
Yes.
Now, T65 is a 7-month window that you have to enroll. It starts 3 months before the month of your birthday, the month of your birthday, and 3 months after. Now, your effective date will be the month of your birthday, with one exception. That is, if your birthday is actually on the first day of the month, then they make it the previous month, your effective date for your initial enrollment period. That is correct.
So, the reason why they gave him 3 months before, what its benefit doesn't start until the month of your birthday, why are they giving before and after? What is the purpose of the
a couple of
window?
Couple of things. One is you probably haven't enrolled in Part A or Part B, and if you need to do so, it gives you time to prepare to do that, and to also get somewhat educated on what Medicare is and what Medicare Advantage is.
Yes.
Because I, like probably 99% of the people who are entering this phase of their life, heard the words Medicare, but never really thought much about what Medicare meant until you got to be 65, and you go, holy crud, I don't know nothing about this stuff. And so you start to educate yourself, you start to looking around, and that's where we come in, because we make that easy for you.
That's your job. That's to go and educate the person on how to get all that.
Correct.
So we have the initial enrollment period. Everybody knows, especially the ones that are already in the system, October 15 through
December the 7th.
What is that?
That's the annual enrollment period. That is a period where if you have original Medicare and you want to venture into an Advantage plan, that is the period of time where you can enroll in an Advantage plan.
And you can switch plan if you
want to.
If you want to.
Yes. You have this big window where you can change as often as you want during that period of time. And the last plan you sign up for or apply for is the plan you get come January the 1st.
The first. The last one stands.
The last man standing.
Exactly. Right. So it's very important because every plan changes. Just about every plan, every year, suffer changes. Network, benefits, co-pays. And during those 7 weeks, you have an opportunity to listen, look, and see which is the best plan for you.
Correct.
So that's the most important time, is the annual enrollment period, AP, to do changes. But what happens if you don't have a chance to change it?
Well, you still have another chance. It starts in January. The 1st of January through March 31st is the open enrollment period. Regardless of what did or did not occur in the annual enrollment period, you have a chance to make a one-time change in the open enrollment period. And that plan that you select stands.
So, beloved, this is very important, because maybe you got excited because on a TV commercial, they threw you a bunch of different plans in one. I particularly not fond of these commercials. They're not life insurance agents. They're never gonna know you. It's a big agency selling, using the name of somebody, and then they put everybody. I don't know, you in this AP, do you have questions about these TV commercials promising everything, and they asking you, do you have that plan?
I have received numerous calls about the give back benefit. My phone rang off the wall about, how do I get $144 back in my Social Security check? And we all know, the people who are in the industry, not the people who are watching this on TV, that's just a hook to get you to call. Now, not that it doesn't exist, but it's for a very, very limited audience.
Yes.
Those are people who are primarily Medicare and Medicaid eligible people. Now, there are a few plans that may have some part of a Part B buy down, but nothing to that magnitude. You might see $50, some of them 60 and 80. But a lot of those went away after this past year, primarily because going forward for 2021, they included end-stage renal disease as in the American Advantage plans. It used to be a disqualifier.
Yes.
Now it is part of the plan, and the cost of the plan, and that would cause a tremendous cost to the carrier itself. And so, in many instances, they eliminated that particular problem.
So, if you got excited and got in the wrong plan, January 1st, through
March 31st.
March 31st, you can switch one time.
One time.
So you can call an agent right here in this directory. Go down there, key in the name of an agent or Bret or a plan. Get the agents around your local agent and ask the questions, because you might be able to get out, because some of these buyback plan or pay down or they have several names. If you, there's always a catch for everything. And I am advocate for healthcare. This is about healthcare. That you get the right plan, the right network, the right doctor, right copays. So if you got excited and you got in the wrong plan because you were in front of a very talented person or a TV, you got taken by the emotion of the TV, and then you realize this is not the right thing. You have an OEP, another special election period for 3 months that you can switch one time.
And always remember this, those commercials, when you call those numbers, all you get is a voice on the other end of the phone. Their job is to hang up with you after they enroll you and hang up the phone. You'll never get that same person again. You'll never get the personal touch. If you have an agent of record, like myself or several others in this industry, you can call us and ask questions. And also, when you get your annual notice of change after you are enrolled, it's going to tell you if there is some changes in your plan and what they are. If, in many instances, they benefit the consumer, but sometimes they don't. And you can certainly call and say, well, Bret, I got my annual notice of change and there's some changes in my plan. I want to talk about them. Is there something we can do or something that better benefits me? And that's where that having that agent of record, somebody you know and trust, you can lean on.
That you can lean on correctly. So Bret, one question. When somebody has a chronic condition, do they have a special election period?
Yes, they do as well. Special election periods covers COPD, heart conditions, diabetes, and things of the like. Yeah,
so there is an epidemic in this nation with diabetes and heart. So that's a great for people to know that they have a special election period. One time when they get diagnosed or when they find out and they want to go into one of these plans, and they don't have to wait until October.
That is correct. And there are plans devised just for those people called a chronic special needs plan.
Yes.
That's the designation.
In those chronic plans, what they do is extra care. Extra care for them. Great. What other special election do we have around? I'm looking here, trying to find out. Do you have something comes to mind?
Yes, I do have something. One in particular special election is if you move out of your coverage area.
Oh, yes.
Your plan has a certain region that it covers, and life takes us to different directions. And if you happen to move out of your coverage area, you have a couple of options. One is to switch to another Medicare Advantage plan that's in the region that you move into. Or two is you can drop the plan completely and go back to original Medicare.
Yes.
That's your option.
Oh, perfect. What other special election period? There's so many. I mean, you think it's only October to December 7th, but no, there's more.
There's another one. It's called the 5-star plan. There are very few 5-star plans. One that I know of in this particular region.
Yes.
I don't miss the carrier, but the fact that
we have one.
And to you can switch to a 5-star plan if you have a conventional MAPD. You can switch to a 5-star plan, and one time, and you can do that between December 8th to November 30th of the following year.
Yes,
you can switch to that plan.
And it's the reason they give you this special election period is because you are supposedly to be upgrading your coverage. You're going from a 4-star or 4.5-star into 5-star plan. So they allow it because you're going to the top of the care.
Right. And just to touch on the star ratings, those star ratings are a combination of parameters, but they're basically on performance.
Yes.
Performance and quality. Performance and quality.
And quality. Yes, exactly. All right. Do we have something when a hurricane comes or
yes.
Or talk to me about that one?
That's another special election period. It's it's a combination of FEMA and CMS declaring a disaster area. We living here on the Gulf Coast of the United States are affected by hurricanes.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular year, though they've had just a tremendous amount of hurricanes, more than I've ever recall in my lifetime, but we've had 2 tropical storms that didn't quite become hurricanes that impacted the Texas coast. And as a result of that, the counties that are near on the coast and near coastal are affected, and a special election period was declared for that. And it is currently in effect, and it expires on December the 31st.
The 31st.
So if you
when you listen to this,
were looking to make a plan, enroll in a plan, and you didn't get to, or if you have a chance now to do it.
yes. So
Or you were going to make a change, you have a chance to do it.
So special enrollment period, the topic we just touched very superficial, something to start. We're going to bring Bret back to talk a little bit more in depth about it. But I just want you to know that you have initial enrollment period, AP,
Annual enrollment period, open enrollment period, and special enrollment period.
and then the special includes chronic because of a chronic disease,
Chronic,
because of weather,
loss of creditable health coverage,
health coverage,
moving out of the area, and the 5-star plans.
and 5-star plan. Let me tell you, there's many ways for you to have the coverage that you need. And Bret, I really give you thanks for spending some time with us today. This is the beginning, and we're gonna bring you back if you'd like to, and share with our guests more information about SCP or different topic.
I'd be thrilled to do so. This is my first time to do a podcast. I'm sure it shows. But otherwise, yes, I would be happy and delighted to assist in any way that I can.
So if you want to talk with Bret, look him up down. You can see his name is Goudea
God.
guy, and he'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Well, until the next time, stay safe. God bless.
And thanks for having me.